Hey guys, my name's Braden with Dakota Crafted, a little small business of mine where I do flooring and interior remodeling. Starting a new project this summer, hopefully. So I'm gonna be putting up a shop. Thought it'd be kind of cool to video it, I guess just for myself, but figured why not just throw it on YouTube, maybe a couple other platforms, I don't know. And it'd be kind of cool to look back on one day. So got the GoPro out, but here we go. Let me show you what I got going. So got some property here, got about just under 13 acres just outside of South Dakota. And we bought this place about 4 years ago. Doesn't really have much for outbuildings, and what we do have are plump full and falling over. So I need something for myself, for my business. So that is where this video starts, is this shop building. So let me show you what we got going here. Got a nice big excavator. It's not mine, wish it was. That is a guy that is going to be doing my dirt work. He suggested that he dig me a new garbage pit, and in doing so he would stockpile enough clay and good compacting dirt to build up this site, which the shop will be going roughly right here. So this is what he dug out. He got a pile of black dirt there in the back. Looks like a nice pile of clay right here. Over there, it looks kind of like black dirt and clay mixed together. Not sure if he'll be using that pile, but this pile looks like a nice pile of clay. Let me show you the pit that he dug. Pretty big. Kind of seems like a death trap for, I've got 2 little kids and some animals. It's already filling in with water. We live in a really low area. But look at that pit. Nice big garbage pit. The previous owner just left piles of junk just everywhere back here. So it'd give me a good opportunity to get the skid steer out and push all this crap into the pit there. So I mean, there's a garbage, just random garbage that's been left over how many years. Another garbage. There's some concrete back there. There's an old building that was pushed over. That building looks like it needs to be pushed over, but I've got my skid steer attachments, or some of them, in there, and some siding for the house. As you can see, I'm re-siding our house. Got about half done last late summer, fall. Gonna finish the rest of it this spring, I guess. So yeah, he's got his excavator here again, and here is the building. It's gonna sit roughly about here. This is kind of, let me show you what I've got in my head here. 48 wide, 64 deep, with a little side piece there that I think 14-foot sidewalls in the main shop, and then this little piece over here would be 8, maybe 9 foot tall. There would be an office for myself, bathroom, maybe a little room with a TV and a table, microwave, whatnot. But let's see, there'd be an overhead door right here in the front, and then probably one on the side here, and then a walk-in door to walk into the office area and utility room, and maybe a walk-in door here on the corner. The reason for this on the side, I thought would be kind of cool, kind of nice to keep the bathroom and office out of the main part of the shop. Leave this all wide open for storing stuff, doing work, whatnot. And then all over here, the utility room, bathroom, office, little break room, I guess you could call it, with the fridge and whatnot. Thought that'd be kind of cool. But I don't know, I'm not set in stone on it yet. not even set in stone where the building is exactly going to sit. We've got a little time to think about it before we start prepping the pad. I think I'm going to have this same guy come and prep the pad this spring after the thaw. But he came out with this big hog, and he was able to bust through what little bit of frost there was. So apparently when the grass lays over like that, when it's nice and tall and it lays over, it really protects the ground from freezing too terribly hard. So we've kind of had a bipolar winter, not a lot of snow, but just it'd be super cold for a week and then pretty nice for a week. Like right now it's beginning of February and it is like 30 degrees, so pretty nice for February. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up. I got some random chunks of concrete here. Probably end up throwing that in the pit. There's an old concrete slab over here. There must have been a building here at one point, of course, and back there is actually, maybe that's what used to be sitting on this concrete slab, an old building. There's tin, wood. Probably end up putting that in the pit as well. There's another garbage pile that needs to get dug out and pushed into the pit. There's a bunch of rocks piled here. I got half of them out. I'm gonna get the other half soon. My bobcat quit on me. Let me take you over to that. Maybe I can make a video repairing that. I don't know if I'm gonna get into the whole YouTube thing, but it'd be kind of cool just to do stuff for myself so I can look back, so my kids can look back what the place used to look like and the journey it took to get where it is currently while we're watching this. So probably should have videoed myself doing the siding. It's quite the process. Found a lot of hidden issues, areas where mice could get in. Here's my current setup for work. I can show you the inside of the trailer sometime. It's pretty cool. Ron Palk build on the inside of that trailer. Turned out pretty sweet. Really turned my efficiency up. So here I got the grapple bucket, borrowed that from my dad. Didn't ask him, so hopefully that's okay. But here, I was moving that rock from that rock pile over here. The bobcat just quit on me. It's 773. And troubleshot a couple things. Unbolted the cab. Let's see if I can. And underneath the seat, you can get at the fuel tank, is the pickup tube corroded off and fell into the fuel tank. So couldn't fix it. You had to wait till Bobcat is open Monday. Go get that tomorrow. It is Super Bowl Sunday, so nobody's open today. So I'll go get that tomorrow and get that thing taken care of. Should be a pretty easy fix. I'm no mechanic. I'm good with wood, but I'm no mechanic. But I've watched a few YouTube videos and actually got that one figured out. So pretty easy fix. So here is an old playhouse. My wife is obsessed with getting chickens or ducks of some sort, something that lays eggs. And so I think I'm gonna have to transform this into a chicken coop. Should work pretty good. And there's usually a mouse or two in here when I come in, running around, but nothing right now, it doesn't seem. But yeah, I think this would be pretty nice. It's got power, but it runs off of a cord that plugs in there. So you plug that in, an extension cord from that building we call the garage, and then you have power. I don't really trust it I think a lot of things were jimmy rigged pretty bad when we moved in, and I've been slowly pecking at stuff, really making it our own around here. But it's been kind of fun. I always thought growing up I'd want to an old farmhouse with some acreage and want to fixer upper and do a bunch of work myself. But here's the side of the house, the two sides of the house I got done, mostly done. There's some fascia missing over there, but I went with an LP smart side, and I don't know, it turned out all right. I did a layer of 3/4 inch Certifoam behind the siding because our house was so inefficient, and when we get a north wind, this is the north, when we get a northwest wind, boy, the floors would just be ice cold. We couldn't keep heat in the place. The propane guy was coming every month, it seemed. So put a layer of 3/4 inch Certifoam across the whole thing, taped the seams. And it's the first winter since I've done that, and boy, I think it really made a good difference. So let's see what else. So yeah, I don't know what this will turn into. I just kind of wanted to video this shot process, mostly for myself and my family, but I think it's kind of cool to show. And I mean, I watch a lot of shot builds on YouTube, so I figured, hey, I can make one and maybe somebody would enjoy watching it. But here is a shot at some of our property. It's really long and narrow. It goes way back farther than the camera can see, but 13 acres, super long and narrow, kind of cool. Don't know what I'd do with that. I walked that for pheasants a little bit. Doesn't hold a lot of pheasants. On both sides there's pheasants, but in between, not really. There's a decent sized buck back there last year. Don't know what happened to it. Pretty sure it got last year because I didn't have a single picture of it this year. And here we're back to where the building would go. And this is an old barn. I think previous owners, I don't believe the last owner, but the one before that, or one before that maybe, had animals. It's just an old barn. I got my trailer with the siding on it. I wanted to get it out of the elements. I didn't want to put on brand new siding that looked like it was 5 years old, so I wrapped it up and put it in the building. It's not super tight, as you can see. It's not super watertight in here, but it's better than nothing. Keeps out of the sun. There, I got an old brush mower for the Bobcat. There's a tiller. Got those on auction for, you know, reasonably cheap. A couple old mowers. I mean, you can't mow. We probably mow, I don't know, 4 acres. You can't mow 4 acres on a tractor mower. So we've got a 0 turn. There's a water tank for some trees that I planted. I like to put that in the old Ford Ranger. Pull that around and water some trees. I got a pull behind mower for the 4-wheeler. Thing works okay. So I upgraded to the brush mower. It's a little more aggressive. So there's Jack. This guy is Jackson. This dog. He's a pretty good boy. Loves fetch. Boy, that boy will play fetch till he tips over. And that behind him is Jelly Bean. I know, Jelly Bean. My wife named her. It's a questionable name, but hey, we roll with it. Our kids, my oldest boy already knows Jelly Bean's name, so there's no changing it now. Plus she's already like 6 years old, so. Okay, well, just wanted to do a little intro, and stay tuned. See see what we can do with that shop. I think it'll be pretty fun to make a video series and watch it all come together. So, alrighty.